Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Team Revenite podcast, and it's a total mess because we're in a Discord call, and I
Mhm.
am here with Josh and Spencer, and I'm pretty sure all of us are tired as hell, so yeah,
Yep.
I don't know why we chose to do it when we're all like we're not very enthusiastic. I'm just gonna say that.
Bro,
And
I
I
am
got
so
a cold on
pumped
the
for this.
first
I
week of
can
school,
believe
so
that
now
you're
like
Yeah, you guys were talking over each other. I didn't know what you were saying.
Josh, you go first.
I got a cold on the first week of school, so I'm like,
Me too. I really do be like sniff though.
Yeah.
Like
So,
sniff sniff
how
boy.
about that game, guys?
How about what?
The game that we're working on.
Oh, we're just getting right into it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
all right,
All
dope.
right. So, should we go over like the updates that we got first or just like
Yes.
it's like a general overview?
Overview, I guess.
Yeah, it's an
Alright.
overview.
I didn't really plan this out too well, but
We didn't make a script or nothing.
nah,
Like,
we just
didn't-
have like a list of topics to go over and only 4 of them so far.
Correction, you have a list. No
Do
one
you-
else does.
Yeah, I have a list. I even yeah. Next time we'll come more prepared, I promise. So a general overview for the game. It's basically just a regular 3D platformer, but if you've played A Story About My Uncle, it's sort of similar to that in the style that we're trying to go for aesthetically and gameplay wise, but it's not
Yep.
first person. There's no sprint,
Mhm.
there's not super jumps or anything. The mechanics
Isn't
are
there
going
a
to be yeah, there's dashing.
I mean, that's kind of our like Chinese bootleg of Sprint.
Yeah, we have like mid-air dashing and ground dashing, of course. We're gonna fix the animation, so we haven't done that yet. But basically, it's the mechanics are different, but the whole style is pretty similar. There are no enemies, bosses. It's the whole focus is platforming and story. It's meant to be just like a game you can just relax to and play. But
So, me not knowing a lot about games, what's like a mainstream version of a platformer that I would know about?
Mario,
Banjo-Kazooie.
Mario. Okay.
Mario, yeah, like if you've seen Super Mario Odyssey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it that's kind of the best example we can get at the moment.
Okay. So
It's
It's
separate,
like
like,
half.
less
It's like
enemies.
half. Well, Odyssey is totally open world. What am I saying?
Oh.
If you've like a like 64 Galaxy, it's kind of half open world, half linear. That's
Mhm.
kind of what it is. Like linear is point A to point B, where you kind of start and then there's a specific end that you have to get to, and the game's gonna tell you where to go. But like open world, yeah, you don't get that direction. You just kind of do whatever you want in whatever order you want.
Yeah. No,
My
I know
voice
that
just
at
gave
least
out.
open world and like the guided games, kind of like obviously Call of Duty is an open world, but like Skyrim is like a place
Yeah,
on-
yeah, exactly. I'm gonna pour some water real quick. I'm gonna do it right into the mic for some epic ASMR. That was not what I. That was
That was disgusting.
underwhelming.
What was that? I like tuned out for a second. What the fuck was that?
Josh just kind of spaced off, and now I'm just pissing in a water bottle.
the drip.
I got the drip though. So, and now since that's like a basic overview of the game, I'm gonna go over some of the characters too, I guess. So, my favorite one that we've done so far, I don't know if you guys could tell this, is pretty obvious, which is Kira. Um, I've been told that she looks like Tracer and Scout.
I've also been told that she looks like a lesbian.
She probably does. Yeah. Oh God, if
Like,
people are
not
gonna
just like regular lesbian, like extra lesbian.
extra lesbian. Oh God, dude,
Okay,
if the
moving away from lesbians,
if there are people that try to make her like canonically gay, then that's just no. That's not what that's. I'm not. Oh God, I'm not trying to say I have anything wrong with gay people, but that's not what I'm trying to go for.
yeah,
No.
no, isn't she like a kid in
Like-
the game?
Yeah, she's 14.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, I was gonna discuss the lewd that we got that we still can't figure out who made it.
mm-hmm.
I
And,
forget his name, but he was like some like
It was like Nurgle
Nurgle
Turgle.
Turgle. It was Nurgle
Yeah,
Turgle.
I'm gonna go. Hold on, I can look at the name right now. I'm gonna go on Rule 34.
Nice.
on the podcast. Just Rule 34 right
Make
there.
sure to delete your Isabel history.
Oh, oh my God! Don't slander me. I don't do that. I'm gonna. Okay. Oh no!
Is there more?
There's a second one.
What? You gotta send it.
What is it? Oh no! That's actual porn.
Is it worse?
That's actual porn. It's so much worse.
Like, of our characters.
Who did this? Hold on. Is it the same guy?
Is it by Nurglet Turglet?
No, but the tag is Peter Griffin.
What?
Who did this? Oh my God, that's terrible. She's 14, dude.
Are we
My
able to,
phone
like,
froze. No.
are we able to, like,
You gotta
report people
send
like that
it. You
and
gotta
try to
send
get
it like
taken down?
I
I'm
know.
curious. I want to.
I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna DM you the link. I'll DM it to you too, Spencer. But I'm not sending this to anyone else. Oh my
Okay.
God.
I'll make sure to screenshot it for lawsuit purposes.
Oh no. Okay. This was not the direction I expected this to go. So far, we had only had one lewd picture, and it was lewd. It was not porn. But now this is just okay. Where's
What?
Spencer at? I need to find Spencer.
I'm here. I'm just
Oh
looking.
boy,
No, like I was looking for you in my DM history. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
there's definitely some.
I'm
that's,
so
like,
sorry
not
for
even
this. I'll unsend it if you
on
want me to,
34.
but
There's gonna
Nah,
be
it's
some
cool.
like. Oh boy.
unfortunately we
Oh,
can't
boy.
really show it on the podcast because one, I don't want to go through that
Oh, that's-
extent, and two, we would get demonetized. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not like we
that's,
can
that's-
monetize, but I can.
That's not. Yeah, that's real porn.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
boy.
just straight.
Oh, it
porn,
is
dude.
Peter Griffin.
Yeah, it's
What is the...
Except
dude. I need to tell Benton and
there's
Steven.
there's so much detail in there. There's like a tan line and everything.
Oh my
It's-
God.
it's
That's
not-
terrible.
Oh, it is. The guy is Peter Griffin, isn't he? Just like
Why would-
ripped.
And it was by Nurglet Turglet.
It is?
It was by Nurglet Turglet.
How do you know?
Because it says uploader, Nurglet Turglet, about 11 hours ago.
Who is this man? He only has
And
2
he's actually
uploads,
putting
and
effort into it now.
dude, we have to hunt this guy down. Who is Nurglet Turglet? Nurglet
He
Turglet,
was
if you are watching
putting
this,
effort into it.
please
There's
DM
like a
me.
There's like a.
I promise
there's
not
like
to
a-
shoot you in the face with a shotgun.
I just want to talk to him.
I just want to talk to him. Oh no,
There's
the
like
Peter Griffin jokes too.
There's a tan line, and then there's like a wrinkle in the neck and everything. Bro,
Yeah.
they put effort into this. There's even like a wrinkle where like the wrist moves.
Dude,
Oh boy.
who did this?
They're
Nurglet
not-
Turglet. I'm
they're
going
okay.
to.
Are we able to,
They're-
like, report them and get it taken down or anything?
They're
Like,
not messing around with that.
No, you can't get it taken down because it's a porn website.
damn.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh god,
Maybe
my
we
parents
should.
are home. I hope
Maybe
they
we
didn't hear me
shouldn't put
talking
this in the
about that.
podcast because like you're just gonna give them more ideas, aren't you?
No, we're leaving it in. We're leaving it in. We have to leave it in because that
Well-
is right. That right there was probably the most interesting this entire podcast is gonna get. But but okay,
Bro.
so my goal was to talk about what it would mean for our team because having that kind of stuff drawn, I mean, it is in a strange way a form of flattery, right? Because then they mean, oh, they like the design, but in a really weird
I think
way.
they just like 14-year-old girls.
Fair enough.
I really hope they live in Australia so they can go to jail for what they've done. But
Bro,
yeah, it's illegal in Australia to draw underage characters in suggestive situations like that.
I can't. Like, dude.
I can't fathom why someone would want to draw Kira like that. Because it's just, oh,
Yeah, like,
dude.
she's a kid.
Yeah. Oh,
Hold on.
that's going to be like burned into my brain. Just like branded.
So,
Like,
God, I need a
Bro.
second to recover from that. But yeah, so I was gonna talk about it's a very strange form of flattery, right? And
I guess
I
you could
kind
say
of hate that stuff like that is inevitable to happen, but at this point, I feel like we should just embrace it because I can I don't remember which game it was, but the creator like embraced stuff like that, and they wouldn't endorse it per se, but they would embrace it. They would like acknowledge that it's there and not be against it.
Bro,
Yeah, I mean, if you make a big deal
I
out of it,
can't.
people are just gonna do it as a joke, and like, there's just gonna be more of it. Honestly.
Yeah.
No, I think if I'm just saying, people are gonna get encouraged.
Yeah, I definitely don't encourage stuff like this, but I
You know,
mean, it is
I don't. I'm not against it.
no.
That's like
God,
kind of like
I'm only saying like
asking
I'm
but
not
not
against
asking
it
for more.
because I know for a fact that it's inevitable to happen and I can't stop it.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone
like,
just moved
why
the garbage can
Probably
outside.
overspilled milk, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I do kind of sound weird for saying I'm not against having a 14-year-old being drawn like this, but oh God.
That's still kind of disturbing, not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very odd that I hope the guy knows that her character is
We're
14
after
years old. I put it on
Yeah,
the story
yeah,
that said
we're
like
going to find him, and it's inevitable that we do.
yeah. I hope we find out who the guy is because I've looked through our
He's like
following
a
list.
repeating offender.
Yeah, that is like the second time now. And I've looked through our followers and I can't find him. He doesn't share the same
Well,
name.
I don't think he's going under the same name.
Yeah.
Like that would be kind of stupid
So
if you were trying to,
He's just straight up
evade.
going incognito, yeah.
yeah, straight up incognito mode.
Yeah, bro. Okay, so that whole
Well,
debacle.
that's probably.
Do you guys want to move on from that? Because that is just
Yeah.
I'm not
yeah,
sure.
All right.
I do.
All right. Okay.
I don't have anything else to say about it, but I don't want to just like move on.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say either. We can come back to it later, but I still have stuff
Yeah,
on
we'll
the
come back
list.
to that anyway.
And we have
What's on your list there, buddy fellow friend?
so this isn't related to Revenite, but I have thought about like fan games recently. Like and I've noticed that Nintendo is very against them because Nintendo has gone out of their way to take them down, literally legally take them down. Like there was this
What?
one. Yeah, there's been like numerous
Wait.
Mario and Zelda fan games and like mods for the games, and Nintendo goes out of their
Yeah.
way to take them down.
Mhm.
But meanwhile, 343 Industries, who is the company that makes Halo, they literally, I keep saying literally, they endorse this stuff. Like they will shout out creators of fan games. Like for example, there's this one called Installation 01.
That's the second time you've used a white girl slang thing.
What?
You've used and also literally. Like, bro.
I'm going to say literally from now on because I have the Blue Yeti. I'm going to get really close to it and talk like this so I can say literally. Oh, my
All right
mouth
there,
just
buddy.
got really salivated. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. So, anyway, yeah, I'm going to pour more water. 343 shouts out like creators of fan games. Like there's this one called Installation 01 and they just
Yeah.
recently went to PAX West. I didn't see them there, but they went.
yeah.
And 343 is like, "Oh yeah, we like your stuff. We're going to shout you out." And they do. But
Right.
then Microsoft is the one that takes some of them down. And I just can't stop thinking about why Nintendo would be so against them like they are because other companies clearly are not.
Because it's like their copyright, I would assume that they don't want like fan games. I don't even think that they look through the fan games before they like go ahead and hit copyright strike.
No, they clearly don't.
Because it's possible that they could be like ruining the franchise, like adding something to the lore that that they don't want.
Well, the thing is, like with a fan games don't add anything to the canon, right? Like they literally can't. Like if someone that would mean that like all fan fiction ever written is canon to that original franchise's lore, which is just false. That they can't do that.
But Nintendo's made for kids, eh?
Yeah, Nintendo is made for kids, but there have been like Mario fan games. Like
It's
there's this
pretty-
one. called
Kids are pretty gullible.
yeah, someone made a remake of the first level in Super Mario 64 in the Unreal Engine, and it looked beautiful. It was just like a remaster of the game. And then Nintendo was
Yeah.
like, no, and they took it down. I actually, was that the remake? I think it was the remake that they took down. But I know they've done it multiple times, and there have been like multiple instances where there's a game in production and it's been like promoted, and then Nintendo strikes it down.
My question is why are things like that taken down, but why is Hotel Mario still walking the earth?
Yeah, I don't know. Like Nintendo is allowed to make bad games themselves, but the fans aren't allowed to make good ones. I don't know if it's a fact that they don't want to be
It's an ego thing for
overshadowed.
sure.
Yeah, an ego thing. And then like where was I what was I gonna say? I watched Funk's video about why mods are important, and they Nintendo will strike down mods for their games. Like for Breath of the Wild, there were a lot of mods for that, and then suddenly there weren't.
Ugh.
Water. But then you have companies like Valve who literally
sinuses.
make platforms for people to put mods on, and fan games too. Like there are dozens of Half-Life mods and fan games that are classified as their own standalone game, and Valve was like, "Yeah, sure, you can sell it for money." Like, why doesn't Nintendo do that? That would be so cool. And Funk said, these were his words, and it's probably the best way you describe the situation is that today's modders are tomorrow's developers, and that's where I don't understand why Nintendo is so against it. Because if people are able to make these fan games in probably on their own and they look this good, instead of striking them down, why don't they just hire the people?
Yeah, no, is it cool if I chime in on this?
No,
go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
So I'm not a game guy, you know. I'm just helping out with the sound for this, but like, I feel like you could relate it to music. Like if a band covers a song that like meant a lot to them or something by an older artist that like inspired them, like that's a huge compliment, right? Like they
Yeah.
adapt it, put their own spin on it, whatever. That's like something inspired you to do that, and like that's a compliment. So like
Yeah,
less
like
away from like the whole money portion of it. I just don't get like morally why they wouldn't want to embrace something like that.
yeah, exactly. Like when Weezer's remake of Africa came out,
Mhm.
it was very not well received. I'm just gonna say that. People didn't like it, but
Yeah.
Toto seems to have no problem with it. That's really all that matters. If someone's
Yeah.
gonna remake something that you did, yeah, I would embrace it. But Nintendo is just out here like, no. And
But sometimes
I
it's
just
like,
can't get the moral standpoint behind that. It doesn't make sense to me.
yeah, exactly. Like sometimes
I don't
it's
know. Maybe they're
like
just
someone's
sensitive.
name.
They're like the kids that like have toys and they like leave them forever, and then as soon as you pick up those toys, they're like, "Hey, give them back."
Yeah,
But
honestly, it is childish the way they're doing it.
yeah, like one band I really like. I was talking about them in the group chat, Killswitch Engage.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like to honor someone because I remember Ronnie James Dio died, and then they covered Holy Diver, which was by his band Dio. He was a guy in Black Sabbath. I'm not gonna get into my whole music thing right now, but like it's like if it's like to honor someone, like if someone like played a lot of video games with their dad or something, and then tried to make something to honor their like dead dad or something like that, and then it gets taken down, like in that scenario, that'd just be really shitty, you know?
Yeah.
But like, I think
So-
from Nintendo's perspective, it's more like you're trying to cash in on my characters. So like,
Yeah, I
You
mean,
need
I
to-
guess even the ones that aren't monetized though, those are getting taken down. And most of them
like
aren't
which ones?
monetized.
Sorry, I'm not really like that well in like deep into Nintendo fan game lore.
Yeah, I'm not either. I
Like-
mean, I've played a couple. Like there was this one a couple years back called like Coinland or something. It was on Game Jolt, and I've played a little bit of it. I played like the demo. I don't know if a full version ever came out because I have no clue if Nintendo was like, yeah, sure. But if it got taken down, I would not be shocked at all. I don't know if they're doing it for legal reasons only and no other purpose, but if it's legal, I guess I can kind of understand. But if it's just you don't want it to be out there because you don't want it to be, then I just can't understand that at all. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
I mean, I
man.
don't get it either, but like, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like there's anything we can do, but
I mean,
Like, I can't see it from Nintendo's perspective other than like seeing it as them stealing your characters.
yeah, I mean, that's
But
probably the most plausible reason. Really the only thing I could think of too. But then
um,
they go against their fan games, and then meanwhile they're very supportive of indie games like the ones that they put on their eShop so commonly, because there's a
like
lot of
Undertale.
yeah, because Undertale was an indie game until it blew up, and then they put one of the characters in Smash Brothers. That's what I was
so
going to
like,
talk about too. Like that is huge for the
Isn't that
indie
more like
community. That's actually on my list too. Not that's kind of funny. That's a perfect segue. But
isn't that more like Matsuhiro Sakurai doing that other than Nintendo?
I don't know because I'm pretty sure Nintendo is like they oversee the entire Smash Brothers franchise. Yeah, Masahiro Sakurai is the director of it, and I'm pretty sure Sora is the company that develops it from the most part. But Nintendo is the publisher, and they have a big hand in what goes into the game.
so
I
like,
see.
I got something to say about that.
So-
Like, I think basically,
Yeah, let's leech off of that segue.
oh, so I think what was he saying about leeching? Anyway, fuck. So the
All right, I got some popcorn here.
Epic.
Is
Share.
there, is there any is there anything controversial we'd like to say so I can eat popcorn for comedic effect?
no,
Metal sucks. I'm just kidding.
that hurt. But
I'm
anyway,
kidding. I love you.
Anyway, so what I was gonna say was like what I noticed. Sorry to keep bringing up music. Is like there are people who are like purists. Maybe that's like Nintendo's view is like we want to keep it like our things because I know whenever a song gets covered, somebody is like, oh, the original is better. They just stole it. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So like maybe it's like that point of view. They want to like keep their games pure or something.
Yeah. They could also be worried that if someone remakes something of theirs, like if someone remakes Super Mario 64 in HD, they're going to be worried that it's going to make them look bad in comparison to this one indie developer. Like when you were saying about song covers, I know that The Sound of Silence was remade by Disturbed, and
Yeah.
personally, I like that millions of times better than the original one. I don't know, it's just my personal taste though, but
I like it better too.
yeah. Yeah, that's
It
the
was
thing.
more
Like,
emotional.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
like-
somber. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That was
that's-
like that fit like it fit the song better. They knew what they were doing.
yeah. It was.
They
Yeah,
kind of
that's
took
what
that
your
and then
vibe-
improved upon it rather than remaking it and like doing it the same way.
Yeah, I think that's the thing they need to look at it. Like they're improving upon something. They're not remaking it from the ground up, trying to look better than you. Like they're just trying to, I guess, help you out in a sense. But they would get the credit for it. But they're just trying to make you look better. I'm not really sure where I'm going with this, and I'm not sure I'm wording this in the right way. But
Anyway, Super Smash Bros. Get into it. Let's
oh,
go.
okay. You brought up Sans being in Smash Brothers, and I was gonna segue that into being what that means for the indie game community because that is huge. I remember when Undertale blew up back in like what was it, like 2016, and it was just this one guy making everything about the game. He was just an indie developer. Was he part of the team that made Earthbound? I feel like I've heard that, but I don't know if that's true.
No, he like made he made a I think he made like another fan game actually.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he made. Oh yeah, I think I heard that too. Like he made a fan game and then he made Undertale.
Hmm.
I-
Yeah,
I
He made a
think-
fan game for I think it was like based on Halloween or had like an autumn feel to it.
I think so. I don't know. I'm not too big on like Toby Fox and what he's done, But all I know is that when Undertale blew up, it was huge for the indie community because it shows that you can just be one guy. You can make this game that doesn't really look like much because it's very pixelated, but people love it, and then when it gets this far to make it into as big a franchise as Smash Brothers, that's gonna show a lot for indie developers because I know that Shovel Knight is also in Smash Brothers as an assist trophy, and
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure Shovel Knight's an indie game. I'm not big on Shovel Knight, so I don't know, but
I believe it is.
it is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like if let's say a game blows up this year, it won't be Revenite, right? but so if a game blows up this year and it like within the next 2 years it gets merged into another big franchise, kind of like Smash Brothers, then I don't really know what that's going to entail for AAA developers because they're going to be on the same level as this one guy that can make a game.
I feel like um, anything that's not made by Nintendo is an indie game now. If it's not like a big company like Microsoft or something.
Yeah, I guess you can say that because there's like
But
what's it called? Okay.
people liked Undertale because it was unique and it had something different to it alongside of lore.
Yeah. I've never personally played Undertale or Deltarune or any of those games, but I know for a fact
Neither
that
have I.
people love the game for the story.
They have
And
like a cult following and it's kind of scary.
yeah, it kind of had a cult following for a couple years, and then suddenly Undertale was like, "Oh, I'm back," and it just made it into Smash Brothers. Like, okay, cool. But then
Pretty sick though.
if indie developers like that can get a character in their game before Scorpion from from Mortal Kombat makes it into Smash Brothers, that's just kind of an example. But an indie character made it in the game before several AAA characters made it in that had a chance to get in. And that's just kind of wild to me that indie developers, even if it's just one guy, are on the same level as AAA now.
Wait, you guys noticed that Shovel Knight made it in before Banjo Kazooie?
Yeah, like that's part of that too. That's a
Mm.
better example. Were there any other indie characters that were in Smash Brothers before? I can't really think of any.
No, I don't think so.
I wouldn't know, man. I just honestly.
Unless you count like,
gaming.
which I don't. If you count like Street Fighters.
Maybe. Was it like an indie team at first?
Mortal Kombat was an
Argo.
indie team at first. Oh, hey Argo.
Oh, wait, Argo's here?
Yeah,
I
dude.
got.
Oh, okay, cool. We're in like the last couple minutes, but all right.
Right?
Damn, bro, time flies.
We were talking about Undertale. That probably like.
I feel like it's only been a couple minutes though, because my timer says we have like 11 minutes left, but we don't. We can stop at like 30 something minutes. That's fine. But
I
like,
say you fix your timer and like keep her going there, bud.
this is the last topic on my list.
What's the last topic?
Sans.
Oh. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I thought you said you had 4 topics. That was only 2.
No, remember
no.
we segued.
Nintendo fan games, Revenite
Oh.
Lude, and then Sans.
So,
The other
how
one
about
was
we-
the other one was updates for Revenite, but I think we just kind of brushed over those.
Yeah.
Well, I say.
Can I
tell
just
them
say
all-
this before we finish though about the updates?
What?
Kira's elbows are pissing me off because they won't work.
Damn.
Imagine
that
every
the
time
video you found us?
every time I bend her arm.
Her
in-
doing X.
What?
Was that the video you sent us of her doing?
No. That was a broken animation. I fixed that though. But every time her arm bends, if I bend it in Blender or in Unreal, imagine your forearm going inside of your bicep when you bend your arm.
What? Yeah, I can
That-
confirm this.
Yeah, that's what happens, and it is very frustrating. I've tried adding vertices, I've tried moving them, I've tried removing them. That I said moving and removing, my bad. And then I've tried painting them with different weights, and I can't figure it out. And I don't know why. It's very upsetting. And I have this problem with literally no other character model. And I need to piss.
I think we all gotta piss sometime.
You probably will have it with other character models. You just don't realize it yet.
No, like I tried them all out when I noticed that problem with Kira. Like I tried Hyun, I tried Samir, I tried Serena, I tried Tega. They're all fine.
Damn, you got a lot of characters.
That's only
Wait
5.
until you get into the more complex characters.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're all going to be humanoid though, so they'll all have arms and legs and stuff. But
So how about you guys give me like the origin story? Because I joined kind of later on.
ooh,
and
I all right.
back.
So Josh was kind of part of this in a sense. We didn't really know each other back then though. So we were both part of this project called Eulina, and it was like this made up planet and it had countries run by like a bunch of kids that were we ranged from like ages 13 to like 19, I think. And me, Steven, Benton, these are all people on the team. We ran Nacho as well, and then Krim. We all ran a country called Pecanistan. If I forgot anyone, sorry. But yeah, we ran a country called Pecanistan on the planet of Eulina, and then our whole thing was we would make fake video games for the planet. So it was just kind of like a whole roleplay thing. It was fun for the time, but then shit hit the fan. And then so then after that, I noticed that one of the fake games that we made, we called it Red Runner. And I was like, and I kind of like the art that I made for it, even though I ripped character models from Animal Crossing and used those as the base. I took those, and I was like to Steven, I was like, hey, what if we actually did something with this? And then I can't draw, so I started doing these garbage little sketches of characters that would work. And then suddenly, in the middle of class, I just thought of what red would look like. And I was like, okay, that would work. And then when I got home, I drew it, and I was like, well, quote unquote drew. It was really bad, but I was like, something like this. So I whipped it up in Blender, and then I showed it to Steven, and he was like, ooh, that's actually pretty cool. And then we were like, okay, let's do this. And then we had a group chat with Benton, Aliana, a couple other people.
Me.
Steven, were you there too? The Mike and Melissa fan club?
I was.
Yeah, we were all in there, and then I asked if they wanted to help us with it, and they were all like, yeah, sure. And then we had a team of 6 people.
No, wait. I don't think I was in there first. I think I was there when you made the story about like, hey, who wants to help me make a video game? And I was like, okay, I'm down.
Oh, okay. I can't really remember that back far, so I'm gonna take your word for that. But yeah, so that was kind of the whole.
Yeah, I would lie about that.
Yeah, that's kind of how it all started, and then when I decided to go on Reddit one day, on the Unreal Reddit, and I posted a help wanted thing, it was like, hey, we're making a game for fun. It's a passion project thing. We don't have a budget at the moment, and I can't really pay you if you want to help. But if you do want to help us make it, just DM me on Reddit, and we'll add you to our group chats.
And then everyone made fun of you.
No, I didn't get clowned on at all. We actually got 2 people to reply, which was Magswag and Slowness. Slowness kind of died. I don't know what happened to him. He hasn't talked in months. But Magswag is the one that's kind of doing most of the programming, along with Cade. Like, Cade and Magswag are the 2 reasons this project is still going, because if we didn't have programmers, we can't make a game. So, yeah, they're the 2 that I met Magswag on Reddit, which was very lucky. I was very lucky to meet him there. And then Cade was like, oh yeah, I know C++, but I can learn Unreal for this. And then he learned it very quickly, and they've been helping a lot, and it is awesome. So yeah, that's just kind of the whole story of Revenite. Oh, if you want to learn how we got the game, we were all kind of like I said, the name was originally Red Runner. And we were like, oh, there's already a series called Runner. We can't really use that. So we were like, hey, what name should we use? And Aliana was like, oh, I'm going to go to this Romanian dictionary and find a word there. And she was like, "Hey, what about this word, revenite?" And that kind of means like to return to or something along those lines from English to Romanian. But then, and it was like, okay, yeah, I like the way that word looks. And we started to go off this philosophy that when someone sees the word, the first way they're going to pronounce it is Revenite, not Revenite. So we decided to just call it Revenite. Plus, it just sounds cooler as a franchise. So,
Yeah.
Yep, that's where it all started.
Sounds like some kind of
So, Brendan,
exotic
you know
rock.
Yeah. What'd you say, Spencer?
I said, you know what I want to know?
What?
When did our Lord and Savior, Nacho Versace, get on the scene?
One day I asked him, it was like, because we met Nacho in a comment section. Yeah, we met him there, and he's like one of the coolest guys I've met online. He's really chill. And then one day I asked him like, "Hey, do you want to voice act in this?" Because he's been getting into acting and stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, sure." And I added him to the chat, and it was like, "Okay, cool." Now he voices Samir and
Steve from Minecraft.
No. Yeah, it's been great having him on because he has probably one of the deepest voices on the team. Because this isn't like a shot. We pretty much everybody on the team has a high voice except for Josh and Nacho. Like everyone has like a higher pitched voice.
Hooray for Josh.
Yay.
Hooray for Josh.
Okay.
Brendan, I send you a meme.
Don't do it.
So
should we just end this? We have 3 minutes left.
What?
No,
we have one other thing to do, right?
Yeah.
You remember?
No.
So, yeah. On the topic of Doppler being a white girl, you can now get Revenite stickers for your hydro flasks.
Oh no, those were custom prints. We don't sell those. Those were just custom printed that I ordered.
Now, okay, well I already announced that, so now you have to do like a mass production of them.
But you can get
Sorry, pal.
But you can get logo die cut stickers and red die cut stickers on our merch store if you want to go there. They're like $7 a pop, I think. I don't know. What site are we? Teespring? I don't know. They did automatic pricing. But yeah, if you want to buy some merch, go to Teespring. It's in our link tree on Instagram because if you search it on Teespring, it doesn't show up. Don't really know why. But if you go to our link tree on Instagram, you can go to the link there and it shows to both lines, which is the logo merch, which you see on screen. My God, my voice cracked. And then you can get the sleepy red design that our boy Bethmoth or Diego made. It's a pretty dope design.
Deal.
No, Diego.
Guaranteed to be packaged with only the freshest of toxins from China.
Yeah. And God damn it. Okay. And then all of the proceeds, like 100% of the profits are going to go to making this project as best as it can be. It's not going to go to our pockets. That's not what we're going to do. We're just going to use it all for like different equipment and different like
Wait, it's not going to our pockets?
No.
Shut up, Josh.
Oh.
It goes to we can pick up different equipment for people that might need it. We can hire people to do different stuff. We can advertise. That's pretty much all we're going to use it for. Mm-hmm. There's probably other stuff, but yeah, that's pretty much all we have in mind right now. So if you want to go pick some up, I know it's a little bit like on the high price side, but it would really mean a lot if you pick some up. It would be great. So far, we've made a whopping 0 sales. But we're not really focused on making money for it right now. This is just for in the future if we need it. But we do plan on starting a Kickstarter at some point. Not in the near future, though.
Yeah, we got to make a little more progress before we...
Yeah, also because there are only 2 of us on the team that are 18, and they don't live locally.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's
I mean, I might be able to get a job soon, but like I don't know how much I'll make.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a job in retail as well, just for the time being, since I already quit my
I'm not the wealthiest of men.
Yeah, me neither. I
Okay.
mean, I just bought a laptop, which is what I'm recording this on, because it has less background noise than my actual computer, and it's great. But I don't know how much money I have, and I'm trying to.
Really, I love the background noise of your computer. I want
Oh,
there
there
to
we go.
be a bunch of
Timer's up.
background.
4 p.m. Okay. We should probably
Well,
end this.
I mean, we can't just cut our sentence off.
We weren't talking about
So what
anything.
you were gonna say? You were saying you got your laptop and then you kind of like cut yourself off. It was like got less background noise.
What else do I have to say about that? It's a
then-
laptop, and there's less background noise.
I don't know. I just wanted you to finish your thought before we
No, that's
cut it
it.
off.
That's it.
All
Does
right.
anybody have any final
All right, dope.
thoughts?
Thank you.
I
This
mean-
has been Spencer's Hour with the
Curious
Revenite.
14, don't make
No,
fun.
it's a Spencer's hour now.
Yeah, my hour.
Okay, Spencer's hour. It's only been about metal music. You just haven't heard it, you idiot. But
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah. So yeah, this has been
Yeah,
the Team Revenite podcast. I don't know how often we're gonna do these. They're probably gonna be scattered all over the place, but we are gonna do more of these, and probably
Alright,
the
dope.
people will change.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right.
I'm not leaving. I don't care what you say.
Okay. Okay. Goodbye. Thank you for listening.
Uh,